This is Roger Stone for American Sovereign Bullion. Since 2020, the U.S. dollar has lost over 20% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold continues to rise. Call 844-272-2428 or go to asbgold.com now to get your free gold and silver guide and learn how to protect your wealth with physical gold and silver delivered to your door or held in a gold IRA today. So go to asbgold.com now. Don't wait for the markets to drop. That's asbgold.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
But in the United States military, we leave no American behind. We don't do it. Within hours, our armed forces deployed 21 military aircraft into hostile airspace, many flying at very low altitude, being shot by bullets. You bring rifles into play when you're going that low, but there are also certain advantages. And in broad daylight over Iran for 7 hours, at times facing very, very heavy enemy fire. We have a helicopter that's got a lot of bullets in it. It's amazing. We just realized how good those weapons are. Our machines are. Nobody has the equipment that we have, and nobody has the military that we have. Not even close.
That, of course, President Donald Trump over the Easter weekend, a historic, that's a word that's overused, but it really was a historic rescue mission. I fully expect, and perhaps some distant years from now, maybe we'll see a movie or something about the effort that was undertaken to bring home the second American pilot who was shot down. We will have more on that as we proceed. There are Democrats like Seth Moulton over the weekend, big hell story. I think it was maybe Friday it broke. Basically saying we're losing the war. And then you have this Jake Auchincloss guy from Massachusetts. He's part of the Kennedy tribe up there. The Auchinclosses are married into the Kennedys and the Schlossberg, all of these guys. Anyway, he's also declaring it a failure, as are other Democrats. Every single one of them wishing failure or declaring failure on the United States military. I mean, it's Massachusetts. They're not going to politically take the person out. But one would hope that voters around the United States are paying attention to these Democrats as they make it clear that they would rather support the Iran regime than actually give our military any credit or President Donald J. Trump for the actions that are taking place. I was telling Carlos, I was wondering, this New York, they're doing, what is it? It is, okay, just keep the music, 14, just go ahead and play Ma'am Dammy.
And while today's true cost of living measure confirms that the affordability crisis touches every corner of our city, we know that these effects are not applied evenly. So often, it is black and brown New Yorkers who are hit the hardest. This preliminary racial equity plan is the first step in developing a whole-of-government approach to tackling that reality. It is a plan that lays out these first steps to solve decades of neglect and discrimination, and it places the work of 45 city agencies within a singular framework.
45 different single agents. Do you think any of us could just sit here and off the top of our head go through what 45 agencies he's talking about? You want to know why things cost so much income? 45 government agencies, and they're all going to now root out racism. I was telling Carlos, this person, the New York chief equity officer. I mean, I saw a little video of her. I was asking Carlos if she's one of his dating friends, because, you know, Carlos dates. And he said she'd have to look into it. So I don't know. Did you find her picture yet? Her name is New York's chief equity officer. Her name is Afua Atta Menshah. Afua Atta Menshah. And she has announced New York's new racist plan. They're going to eliminate racism by all agents of government. Already, Harmy Dillon from the Justice Department said, something sounds fishy here. We're going to look into it. Good. Bring in the Justice Department, please. But we have her, New York Chief Equity Officer Afua Atta Mensah. Here she is, cut 16, explaining the New York diversity effort now to stamp out all racism everywhere, whatever.
This plan was born during a defining moment in our city's history, when New Yorkers were in the streets in the midst of a global pandemic, calling for justice, demanding accountability, and bearing witness to brutality unfolding on our streets and on our screens. In that moment, our city was asked to reckon with the deep systemic inequities that have long shaped life here and to do better. New Yorkers across all 5 boroughs answered that call. Their voices, their advocacy, and their persistence are what brought us to this moment. The release of the preliminary citywide racial equity plan is a reflection of that collective mandate. It is not just a document, it is a commitment to confront institutional and systemic racism within our city and to begin the work of dismantling it.
Well, you have to dismantle the Democrat Party because they're the ones that put it in. They've been running the joint for 2 centuries now. So if there's systemic institutional racism, it's the Democrats that you have to dismantle who've been running the joint. But she sounds like Karen Bass. Just look in the library. See if you have anything from Karen Bass. It doesn't matter what it is. And just play Karen Bass for 1 minute and then just play this woman. Because I wonder if we're being duped here. If it's really like a Karen Bass imitate. Anything. Just Karen Bass. Let's see whether we have some Karen Bass here.
16,000 homes and businesses were destroyed in the fires. But at this point, we just heard Liz there. Fewer than 10 homes have been rebuilt in L.A. County. How do you explain that to the people of your city?
The first few months after a disaster like this, the attention is paid to clearing out
now
the
play the
debris.
new diversity girl.
This plan was born during a defining moment in our city's history, when
Play
New Yorkers
Karen.
were in the street.
That took several months. So if you're going to look at the rebuilding, you could say that it started in around April.
Play Equity
In the
Girl.
midst of a global pandemic, calling for
Play
justice,
Karen.
demanding
The fact that we have over 400
Play Equity
homes,
Girl.
accountability and bearing witness to brutality unfolding on our streets and on our
Karen.
screen.
Pacific Palisades, that are actively under
Equity Girl.
In that moment, our city was asked to reckon with the deep systemic
Karen.
inequities.
construction now. There's about 2 that are
Yeah, it's
pretty
close. Not quite a cigar, but it's close enough. She sounds like Karen. Democrats all cut from the same cookie cutter mold, I guess. Karen and Equity Girl. So I'm interested to know it'll be interesting to see what Equity Girl does and Justice Department. They're going to fix systemic racism caused by the Democrat Party in Democrat New York. And, they're going to get the whole government involved. Speaking of New York, I'm going to deal with this war, and I'm going to deal with all the stuff we've got. Trump had a blazing press conference this afternoon. Pete Hegseth had a lot of things to say. But also, my man Sid Rosenberg. Sid Rosenberg, I love you. Sid Rosenberg, again. I wouldn't have been aware of this. Apparently, there was a writer in the Daily News who basically said that, I'm paraphrasing here, that Donald Trump's picks on the Supreme Court. There was a big story out over, Donald Trump could get some more picks on the Supreme Court. And apparently Mr. Leonard Green, a writer, Donald Trump having potential picks on the Supreme Court is scarier than the 7-month-old baby that was shot in the head in New York.
This is Greg Kelly. Donate now to Toys for Tots, which works year-round. Go to toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots supports children in need throughout the year with programs like the Toys for Tots Literacy Program. Established in 2008, it has provided over 63 million books to disadvantaged children. The Toys for Tots Literacy Program is committed to providing disadvantaged children with direct access to books and educational resources that enhance their ability to read and communicate effectively. Go to toysfortots.org.